Hey guys, it's Squid. Welcome back to the channel. How is everybody doing today? Oh my god, it's been it's been a day. Roy, this was originally scheduled for this morning at 9. However, I don't know if you can see it on camera very well. Let me turn on this other light. But I've covered it up with makeup, but I have a black and blue spot right here. See that? That's not makeup. That's not a shadow. That is the result of somebody headbutting me this morning. To the point where my whole face hurt. I have never I didn't think I was going to put headbutted by toddler at 3 a.m. on my 2025 bingo card. So needless to say, we did not get Squid's new neighborhood as a fight club. The first rule of Fight Club, JKD Block, is we don't talk about Fight Club. But yeah, she wanted to wake up. Can you turn the volume down, please? Come here. I'll turn the volume down. Thank you. There you go. It's all you. So it was and I'm still working on the lighting in this room, but we're gonna get some stuff so you can see it better now. Like there's a nice there's a nice bruise there. That, and I have makeup on, so that is with makeup. Hello. Oh, now I have a Tammy with an IE. Oh, I love you guys. I love my Tammys. And then I was feeling kind of good. I went to a gym. I went to the gym. I actually joined a new gym today. So I'm finally not doing garage workouts. So it's pretty much like every day at noon I'm going to be at the gym. So I was like, I figured, like, let's go live because I have an hour. We want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Yesterday we were all Tammy. Yes. So the funny thing about that is a certain person who I have a contentious relationship with and we are no contact with, their name is Tammy. So if y'all spilled the tea. So it's funny that I have a bunch of Tammys who like me because there is one who shall remain my monster-in-law. So it's just hilarious that I have a bunch of Tammys that I really, really like because there's one that I just can't really take a whole lot of. There's one that had to be reminded that she's not Baby Squid's mom. So it's just funny. And Baby Squid says it's not what that's what you get for taking her on a golf cart, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Today it's been all about keeping her out of the street. Like we had a gated, completely fenced in yard with a gated driveway. Now we don't. So she's not quite yet figured out that we can't ride our bike in the road. Well, even though the only people back here are the people who live here, the only people who there's no way in, there's no way out. There's only one way in and one way out. And if you don't live back here, everybody knows it. And my neighbors don't seem to take too kindly to strangers causing a ruckus. So, hey, General T. So that's been our greatest, like, my next door neighbor is super cool. Like he's about our age, maybe a little younger, but he's like, I was like, if you ever see her on camera, it's because she likes to hang out by his back door. So it's like, this has been an adventure, but I figured since it didn't hurt to talk anymore, that I would try to stream because she hit, like, was trying to get her to lay back down and I was laying down next to her. And instead of laying down flat, she went back onto my face. And I'm like, it's before my time. slightly before my time. Good afternoon. What's funny is I don't actually like calamari. That's the funniest part about this is everybody calls me calamari, and I'm like, I don't like that. So yeah, it's been a full contact. No, there is no DV. No, Mr. Squid does not hurt me. This was a toddler throwing a temper tantrum who likes to fling herself backwards. And instead of hitting the pillow, she hit my face. So, it is what it is. I hope everybody is doing well today. We are going to hop right into the good old Ruby Franke and this pain in the ass complaint. We're just going to get into this. I have about an hour, so we are going to hop right in and talk about Ruby Franke, because Lord knows that there is a lot to discuss here. Oh yeah, it's always fun. This is even more fun because we get to make fun of people. And we get to make fun of people who are behind bars, which is even better. But it's also trigger warning. There is a lot of things in this lawsuit that are difficult to talk about. Not like the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively thing where I felt like I was reading a soft core book romance novel. This is trigger warning if you're a parent. It's just some of the things are just hard to read. that happens to your wife too. Oh my goodness. It's not something that I anticipated, especially when I'm 99% asleep. I was ready to go back to sleep. So needless to say, we've been up since 3:30 because neither one of us slept after that. And she woke up when her dad woke up because he leaves at about that time. So, all right. Last time we read this, last week, we talked about Savage is the plaintiff's ex-wife, for those of you who are new to this topic. And she is part of Jodi Hildebrandt's ConneXions. I think the police chest cams are posted on this. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but it's just some of the things that they've been talking about. I've had to skip over words, to be honest, because I don't want to get yeeted off of YouTube, and two, it's just really yeah. That's pretty much what happened. It's sensitive to the touch. It's pretty much what happened here. Except instead of forward headbutting like she's done in the past, which really doesn't hurt if she hits the right spot, but she just hit that that cheekbone, and it just my eye, it hurt to keep my eye open. My jaw hurt, my teeth ached. It was just oh yeah, it's disturbing. And I didn't read through on this channel because I didn't have a channel at the time. But on Megan's Locals, she went through the journal entries. And I am all for not committing crimes to begin with, because, that's just the common sense. It's as indecent thing to do is not to torture people. Yeah, it just, if you're going to do it and if you're going to be that stupid, don't write it down like you're proud of it. King Paco, can you email me? I have something to ask you. I promise it's nothing bad. It's actually kind of, the world has come 360, and I need you to send or tell someone that I apologize and I agree with them on certain topic. So I used to be a headbutter until I almost knocked myself out. Yeah, we're in the F around and find out portion of life, which is really giving me a heart attack, because the only way she's going to learn some lessons is to do it and find out the consequences. But it hurts my mama heart to watch it. And the fact that we have hardwood floors, and she likes to throw herself backwards when she throws a temper tantrum. It's like she's going to hit her head, and I'm just like, I'm dreading the day she does. I'm just not looking forward to. I understand that certain lessons have to be learned the hard way, but like it's not something I'm enjoying. I'm trying not to like uber protect her, but I'm also like don't want her to crack her skull open, you know? There's a fine line. So it's like, oh my goodness. It's hurting my mama heart to for some of the things. All right, we're going to hop back into this. Savage texted the following message in what she described as her dying declaration to Plaintiff. I know there is no way to change you if you avoid the pain or shut down from feeling it. People who enable you to not feel the consequence of your actions really don't love you. That is what I did when we lived together. The most loving thing I've ever done for you is to separate and no longer enable you. The pain is what makes us strong enough to never commit sin again. I know we will never have that strength to change unless we feel the pain. I will give it as my personal opinion that I believe you haven't really felt that because I've seen you shut down from feeling pain, and I haven't seen that you felt the joy of repentance. That makes me sad. I know joy is waiting for you that you have chosen not to enjoy. There is so much wrong with that. So much wrong with that. There's just so much wrong with that sentence or that paragraph that like I just can't even try to like, hey, it's me, how are you? All is great except for the fact that my face hurts, but that's, you know, that's things I never thought I'd see in or put on my 2025 bingo card. Yeah, broken bones is the line I drew with my kids. Anything less than they're on their own. See, for me right now, like the ultimate draw the line is like when she tries to ride her bike out into the road. Like, I am all for learning lessons the hard way, but getting ran over by a car is just not one of them. And I don't actually think she'd get ran over. I think that the people would, you know, drive slow enough around here to avoid that. But like, it's the point of the matter, because if we think it's appropriate to run into one road, well, we think it's appropriate to run into every road, and I just can't have that. This message again demonstrates Savage's commitment to Hildebrandt's methodology, particularly through the use of enterprise vernacular and her implementation of the enterprise's tactics to manipulate victims into enterprise membership to further the fraudulent financial scheme of the enterprise. Savage implements the enterprise's belief in the infliction of pain to achieve manipulation of enterprise victims into financially enriching the enterprise, and use of isolation as a form of victimization and coercion. It's just like, it's pure evil on like 40 different levels. Like, I can't, like, the layers of how awful this is don't even, like, you can't even describe it. It's one of those, like, and how people fell for this and hiding behind religion, because she uses sin, repentance, like you hide behind your religion, and the fact that the church supposedly recommended her as a therapist is like even worse. It just makes bikes are big in the desert, too hot to ride, and many snakes. Yeah, it is humid as hell out today. You walk outside and you instantly sweat. Like, I took a shower after I got home from the gym, and I got out of the shower and I went outside to grab some stuff from the garage, and it was like I walked in and I'm like, air conditioning, please. Like, yeah, evil and sick. And John, it's so hard for moms in the FAFO stage. Yeah, it's so hard to like, I know it needs to happen, but it's like I never want to see her like cry or be in pain. And it's like it's this mental battle of like, in my head, I know it needs to happen to some degree. But at the same time, like, it's so hard to do. Like, I know it needs to happen. Like, all right, and I'll email you back after I get done here. Plaintiff and Savage were awarded a bifurcated decree of divorce on March 13th, 2018. After their divorce was finalized, Savage's commitment to the enterprise only deepened, and Savage began implementing the enterprise's objectives of this and torture with EJT. EJT is their daughter. I believe she's 10 now. So she was 3 in 2018? Like, this is bad. Through her implementation of the Hildebrandt's methodology, Savage actively and intentionally commits aggravated, something that's illegal, and there should be charges filed against EJT. Savage's intentional actions detailed in paragraphs 233 through 275 herein constitute willful, malicious, and intentional behavior, or at the very least constitute a knowing and reckless indifference toward and disregard of the rights of the plaintiff. Savages implements the enterprise tactics of child abuse. Okay. English, not that hard. EJT has experienced aggravated abuse while under Savage's care. Savage has, and so there are words that I'm going to be skipping over just because my 2-year-old is sitting in the room, and it's like, it's hard to it's hard to even think on any level that this would be appropriate as a mother. Like, it makes me like so angry to know that like this is acceptable behavior to them. And it's like, ooey, Lord Chippy. Yeah. And like, I know I curse around her and stuff, but like, there's just certain things that like we don't, like, I don't know. Nope. Plus that might get me yeeted off YouTube, and I can't have that because this is fun. Sort of. This is not fun, but you know what I mean. Resulting in severe injuries to EJT. Infliction of, I'm really hoping that with this, that the judge will refer this to the county attorney or district attorney, whatever they call it in that particular area of the country, for criminal charges, because this is heartbreaking. Because at least on the bright side, Ruby Franke was at least punished, not as much as we would have liked, but she at least has some consequences, and her children are no longer in that situation. This 10-year-old is well, this is Utah. Ruby Franke, this is the desert. This is Southern District of Utah, I think. Why my mom didn't go to church ever. She absolutely did not tolerate us taking the Lord's name in vain. I mean, she got red hot mad. That's why I say, gosh, county attorney. This just makes my heart break for that little girl. Infliction of aggravated and torture is a central tactic of Hildebrandt's methodology and a main objective of the enterprise. In 2017, Shortly after Plaintiff filed for divorce in October of 2016, EJT began returning from Savage with unusual injuries, including without limitation, a laceration spanning EJT's entire right hamstring. That can only infer one thing to my brain, how that injury even happens. A large dark bruise inside her thigh, a dark purple bruise over a whole toenail, and long lacerations on her chin and neck. For Plaintiff and EJT's safety, Plaintiff and Savage's parent time exchanges occurred at a police station by court order. On September 30th, 2017, EJT returned from Savage with a large bruise next to her left eye. Concerned about a drastic injury, Plaintiff sought police intervention immediately following Savage's drop-off of EJT at the police station where Savage and Plaintiff conducted their parent time exchange. When asked what happened, EJT told multiple officers that Mommy did it. Responding officers were concerned enough that they called on the DCFS worker to investigate. After this, Savage instructed EJT not to talk about EJT's injuries lest Savage be investigated by police. Savage ignored a court order that required her to discuss with Plaintiff any injuries to EJT within 48 hours and later confirmed under oath she violated this order. In Savage's abuse of EJT, she exhibited adherence to the Hildebrandt methodology, physically abuse her child, then refused to provide any information to Plaintiff about it, and then punished Plaintiff for attempting to protect his child from it. Like victims 1 and 2, EJT exhibited evidence of malnourishment, which Plaintiff addressed with Savage. Oh my God. You have a brother-in-law and his wife are talking about the same case. It has made lots of people angry, as it should. Yeah, it's one thing to like hear about this case, but to actually read it, that's why I like reading the documents, even though sometimes it's really time consuming, it's really heartbreaking. It's important to know exactly what is written in these documents that is being seen by the judge and not just what we hear in the media, because the media always puts their spin on things. And it's the media always puts basically, I feel like the media these days has a narrative and they pick and choose facts to fit that narrative. Be it that this is Utah and most of the news on it would be from Utah and people who are of this same religion and not necessarily this methodology, but like it just makes you. The media is ruthless. They always were. Well, here's the thing. Back in the days of like, now I'm having a brain fart. Walter Cronkite. It was like they gave you the facts and it was up to the public to determine what they wanted to do and what opinions they wanted. Now they give you their opinion as if it was fact, which is the problem I have with all of these people. Which is why I read through the court. Yeah, cranial flatulence. It's all brain surgery. Oh, yeah. On February 2nd, 2018, Plaintiff communicated to Savage, the past 5 or 6 times I've picked up EJT from you. The first time she goes to the bathroom, her urine has been very dark. Dehydration. Could you please make sure she is sufficiently hydrated when she is with you? Savage did not respond. Oh, it was amazing. It was hard. My hands, I didn't rip them, but I actually got to do like toast to bar for the first time. And well, it was like hanging leg raises, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how, yeah. In the fall of 2018, EJT sustained bruising under her right eye while in Savage's care. Savage told police that EJT fell on a banister while unsupervised. Dr. Jeffrey Penman, a board-certified pediatrician who later treated EJT, indicated that children are not normally injured near their eye. I beg to differ. This little one was running with her walker when she was I want to say like just turned 2. And she ran straight into the couch and she flipped. The walker stopped, but her little body did not. And she gave herself a black eye. Mama cried. She was fine. Mama cried. Because I saw it too. Like I saw it coming from a mile away. Ah. Hey Heather, how are you? Oh, and Slug, that was a super cute video you sent me. Oh. Slug sent me a video of Pork Chop running around. That he had to send a video to the old lady. That would be me. Like the old woman, the elderly lady. Oh my God, that hurt. Oh, Flash fan. Oh, laughing. Oh my God, that hurts so much. Oh. Bye, JKD Buck. Have fun at work. Don't have too much fun though. In November of 2018, okay, he says not normally, which she hasn't done it since. And even then, she like hit my eye and like it's my cheek that's bruised, not my eye. So, you know, I not normally, but it does happen. November 2018, after being with Savage, EJT had a large bruise on her hip with a laceration through it. You say you're vision impaired, but you seem to do very, very well despite that. And I don't see, you know, I mean, I see it being a problem when you're a child, but you seem to adapt pretty well. I mean, like, I've been on streams with you. You are doing great. On November of 2018, after being with Savage, EJT had a large bruise on her hip with a laceration through it. Later, on November 17th, 2018, EJT video called Plaintiff from Savage's residence in extreme distress. During the call, Plaintiff observed that EJT had large bruises around her right eye, on her right cheek, underneath her left eye, and underneath her lip. This is... Oh, yeah. The little one's legs right now are like we go to change her and like, it's like, oh my God, girl. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. But she like, her favorite thing is activity is kicking things, balls, but also things that, you know, we probably should not kick. Plaintiff immediately requested that Savage allow him to take EJT to seek medical attention to determine if she had sustained a brain injury. Savage refused to allow EJT to seek a medical provider, claiming the injuries were not serious. I mean, come on, woman. Like, this is just bad mom. Like, this is just evil bitch. Oh my God. Makes me so angry to like read this. Like, children are innocent. And yes, do I get frustrated with my child? Yeah, like when she runs in the road and I've told her no. But at the same time, she's a child. Like, these are innocent children who have never done anything. Like, what like distortion could they be in? They're children. They have not done anything. They are innocent. Oh my goodness. It just... Oh, my face hurts so much. I rarely have gotten black eyes. Like, I usually hit the back of my head, not the front of my head. AKA my face. Savage later testified in custody proceedings that she may have instructed EJT to tell Plaintiff that a mirror fell on EJT. Whoa. Patrick W., thank you for the 10 gifted Squid Pro memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Let's go back to control room and let's see who they went to. They went to Maybe Not. I love that name. Yvonne, Chavez, LRG, Debbie Ritt, Crazy About a Mercury, Todd Pittman, Candy Begley, Lady Tammy. Oh, there was my other Tammy. Kimberly Edkin and Tess Campbell. Lady Tammy is a subscriber. Yay, that's awesome. That was the one Tammy I thought I was missing. This lady Tammy. Like, oh. Oh my goodness. All right. Patrick, you are so generous. Thank you so much. Oh, and FYI, for those of you following the what the hell's nightmare of a case, today at 6 p.m. Eastern time is the deadline for discovery, for them to turn over the documents. We'll see what happens tomorrow, because I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day as far as motions, or it's just, I have a feeling some shit is going to go down tomorrow, because I have a feeling somebody will not turn over the documents that they're supposed to. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling it's going to be I cleared my schedule for tomorrow, so that I could see what goes on. Oh my goodness. Patrick W., thank you for being a member for 5 months. It's appreciated that you stand strong. I try. I mean, I really don't have any other choice. Because if I'm weak, she sees a weak person, and I just can't let that happen. So I am me. Like me or hate me, I'm just me. And what you see is what you get. Whatever. I've learned in my life that people suck, and people aren't always what you see on stream or on face value, at face value. And the more you learn about people, the more people become, yeah, it's going to be a rough ride tomorrow with the drama with Jeremy. I can only, I am not scary. Baby girl, am I scary? Hey, tinky butt. Am I scary? No. You heard it here first. Like, I just don't take bullshit. And it's just funny. People make me laugh. Like, refusing to allow. Yeah, nobody's turning anything in. Yeah, nobody's turning anything in. It's a shit show. The whole thing is just a giant shit show. Like, and I'm sorry for everybody involved that it even even got to this point. There's so much drama, so much court of public opinion stuff. It's just it's gone way too far on every level that you can think of. Like, every level. Like, you're a little I'm not trying to be. It's just like, when I'm mad, I'm mad. When I'm happy, I'm happy. And when I don't care, I don't care. Like, it's just it's just what it was, what it is. Hey Stats, how are you? Hey Squid Purple and Chat Peeps, wise words on that. Yeah, women tend to be scary. And thanks, Tammy, love your attitude. Like I said, I'm just me. Yeah. Like, oh, and some of the people that were giving you shit for being in my chat, you don't have to worry about them anymore. They'll never be back. So, they'll never be back. So, it is what it is. I've lost about 50 subscribers in the last week. So it's like trash is taking itself out. Refusing to allow victims of abuse to seek medical attention for their injuries is another tactic of the Hildebrandt methodology, and is akin to the abuse of Franke and Hildebrandt perpetuated on victims 1 and 2. Victims 1 and 2 are Ruby Franke's children. Hi. How are you today? Ooh. Plaintiff took EJT to see Dr. Penman immediately after EJT returned to him. Dr. Penman observed the injuries on EJT's face, and plaintiff showed Dr. Penman pictures of the recent injuries to EJT's hip. EJT told Dr. Penman that she injured her hip falling on a sidewalk, and she injured her face when a mirror fell on her. Dr. Penman reported EJT's face and hip injuries to DCFS because the explanations were inconsistent with the injuries. Okay, So I know we've talked a lot about recently, especially if you follow Fabulous and Full of Pancakes. Pancakes are yummy. Pancakes are yummy. For a while, Mr. Squid had an obsession with making pancakes like every day on his days off. And it was like, you know what? That was fabulous. Yeah. Fanatics on either side are just as bad as they claim the other side to be. Yeah, that is very, very true. Like, and it's just one of those things, like, I'm just here. Like, I think everybody sucks. No offense to people in general, but like, I go through life with the intent that everybody sucks. I hate people. So like, it takes a lot for me to actually like people. And the problem is when I do, they end up fucking me over. So I just don't people well. You know, when I told in those emails back in like November, December, whenever they were, December, I think, to Bruce, when I said I don't play well with others, it's like, yeah, because usually when people piss me off, I eliminate them. Like, I don't bother. I'm not good with conflict resolution. So I just eliminate the problem from my life. I don't know you. Like, I ran into somebody at Walmart the other day that I used to go to the gym with, and I thought they were a really good friend of mine. However, they might have been the one that was like talking shit about me behind my back. So instead of like trying to figure out who talked shit behind my back, I just don't talk to anybody. So when I ran into them, it was like they were super nice, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, who the fuck are you? Like, oh, I can't remember your name because I basically forgot you existed. Like, because I'm like, yeah. Good luck, King Paco. I get attacked for being in other streams, but I like my friends and no one tells me who to. Yes, Stats, this is why I love you. We don't always agree, and that's fine because we're not always going to agree. But I get attacked for being in other streams, but I like my friends. No one tells me where to be. They can suck it. Like, I'm not a particularly fan of Guapo. She threw her head back and she hit her head on the wall. So like, it's one of those things of like, I am not a fan of Guapo, but you are, and guess what? Okay, we just don't talk about it. It's not my purse. I don't know you. I appreciate the fact this time didn't give BBBG a membership. I guarantee. Well, he's banned from my chat, so I'm pretty sure he unsubscribed. Like, only a psychopath would watch a channel that they supposedly hate, but yet like and talk shit about. But like, so when he talked shit about me, when he was on the Toolies, it's like, you are like, you watch my channel, you hang out in my chat, yet you hate me and talk crap about me. It's just funny. Like Bruce always made me laugh with that stuff. Like I used to eliminate problems all the time when I was younger. With age comes wisdom. Yeah, there's just certain people that I'm like, I don't care. Especially if it's like people on the internet. I'm like, I just don't care. I don't know you in real life. Like, when I shut off my computer, you're like nothing to me. Like, so when people come in here and they're like talking shit, or they leave me a comment that it's like, don't like me, I was like, okay, I don't know who you are anyway. But I love everybody that's here. It's like, you know, your first problem with having friends. Oh yeah, there's you got me. Yeah, nobody tells me who I can't watch and what I could watch, and no one tells me who I can't and can't be friends with. Like, that's just not how it works in 2025, and that's not how it works on the internet. Like, so when Bruce was like telling me in an email, he told me, I think, like, to be perfectly honest with you, Bruce or Tug and Megan, and I apologize, Tug, for calling you Bruce. Tug and Megan read those emails more than I did. Like, because I got them, I read them once to see if there's anything funny in it, and then I sent it off to Tug because I'm like, he'll get more entertainment from this than me. So like, it's one of those things. Like, I remember him saying It's who you surround yourself with. And you know what, Bruce, you are partially right with that. That's the funny part. That's what makes it even more funny is Bruce is not entirely wrong. But like, hindsight being 2020, Bruce is not entirely wrong. I'm not going to tell him that, but you know, like there are certain things that he said that was like, it's who you surround yourself with. Yeah, that's true. But like, I shouldn't be attacked because you don't like who I surround myself with. Like, I have, just because I surround myself with people doesn't mean I always agree with them. Take Spawn and I, we got into it on his channel the other night, and he got so pissed. I got under his skin. I didn't mean to. Well, I truly didn't mean to. But then I was like, it's just funny. Like internet people can be obsessive, entertaining, but not friends. Yeah, there are a few people from the internet that I met from the internet that I consider friends, but like 5. There's like 5. DJ Radis tells me I'm supporting funny the wrong team, just a person to watch different YouTubers like watching your channel because your daughter makes you work. That she does. And you'll never get attacked in this chat. I can't guarantee you that somebody's not stalking you and taking screenshots, but it's not me. Hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment to help with the algorithm. Oh, Musey, I have something for you. Just because I know that it will annoy the shit out of somebody. Type another comment, Musey. Just because. Like, it's more of an honorary thing than a, like, block people, but I appreciate you, King Paco. I do. Like, I appreciate that. Yeah, I know, right? I'm... Same here. Like, I'm so evil. If we were all the same, it would suck. Yeah, I always say, Pastor, I always tell people my opinion on my opinion in life is if you agree with somebody all the time, you're either brainwashed or you're lying to yourself, because nobody ever agrees 100% of the time. But it's whether you can, and there's one thing with conflict resolution that I'm not good with. It's like when you cross my boundaries, or when you lie about me, or like things like that, or when you like, when you bring up money in the situation, like the last place I worked, her phrase to me when they were helping me out with something was, "Do you know how much money you're costing us?" Excuse you? Like, no, like, just done. I was just done at that point. Like, I was just done. Like, I was just done. And that's where it was like, you're like, I want to say it was like 50 people, 60 people from the gym that were like, you go here, you associate with them, we're not friends. And like, I don't care. So I'm just like, delete, block, delete, block, delete, block, delete, block. It's just hilarious. And it was like, you know what? Like, I ran into a couple people and they didn't like complain or like throw hissy fits or anything. It was just like, that's what she wants to do. That's what she wants to do. So it's one of the, I don't agree with myself 100% of the time. And I thought it, you too. Oh my God. Yeah. And there's that. Like, yeah. And it was like, my thing is like, oh my God, I have to grab my phone real quick. She is passed out on the chair. Sorry guys, I had to take my phone back, but she is she has like a little pull out like couch thing. She just turned over and just passed out. It was just the funniest thing. And Stats, thank you for the 149 super sticker. A banana. Can you say derailed? Well, it has to do with children. Like, it's just, you want to, oh yeah, this is you were one of our first person that supported me when I was attacked. I'm always like, well, you were attacked because you were associated with me. Like, that's the only reason you were attacked. If you weren't one of my mods and one of my friends, you wouldn't have been attacked. So like, it's one of those things of like, of course I'm going to defend you. Like, I'm going to go to the ends of the earth to defend my friends. Like, it's just what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I've been attacked in some chats, rude comments, etc. I just hit the X and leave. Or if I was wrong, I'll apologize. Yeah, like the other day I was saying in Spawn's chat, like, we got into it and I just left. And then after the stream was done, he messaged me, I messaged him, and guess what? We're good because we're, you know, it's when you can own up to the fact that you made mistakes and like, you know, we can work through it. But like, when you think you're always right, it's like, meh. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I stayed out of the drama until I was brought into it on 2 parts. The first part by the fleas, and then when there was drama on the other side, like, then I was brought into it again, and I just eliminated those people. Like, I said my piece and I was done. Like, when I watch a YouTube channel, it's either how they report on something or how entertaining they are. Megan and Tug make me laugh. Squid covers topics well, and I hope every once in a while I make you laugh too. Adulting, not bruising. Oh my god, that needs to be on a t-shirt. Like, okay, getting back to this incredibly difficult part of this. Yeah, and I agree, Flash fan. Like, this is just a really hard part of this, like, for me as a parent, and like, I just can't imagine. And as a medical professional, like, I wasn't a mandatory reporter. However, like, and I didn't work with kids, and the fact that I get emotional over children and children's injuries are part of the reason that I didn't practice in peds, because I would get too emotionally involved. EJT were DCFS because the explanations were inconsistent with the injuries. My original point with this was, we've been talking about lately, especially on, if you've followed Megan's channel for a couple of years, like on doctors and pediatricians being like overly reporting abuse that's not really abuse. But this, I believe, was an appropriate time to, based on these facts, to this was an appropriate time for someone to report a child abuse. Like, ugh. She's passed out right now. Oh, he's so cute. She doesn't suck her thumb. She sucks her thumb and her finger. So she's like, and it's the cutest freaking thing. I know I'm biased, but it's adorable. Upon information and belief, DCFS contacted Savage about EJT's injuries. There were numerous inconsistencies between Savage's explanations of EJT's injuries and Dr. Penman's professional assessment of EJT. The one thing that this plaintiff, Michael Tillman, was really, I give him credit for, was he did his best to navigate his child still seeing his or her mother, and not just going, well, you can't ever see her again. Like, trying to honor the parenting agreement and the custody agreement, and then immediately when he gets her back, takes her to the doctor so that there's a record, there's a paper trail, and also his ex-wife Savage can't accuse him of doing it, because that's what petty exes. I've seen it happen to a friend of mine. His ex-wife was like, our kids are scared of him. No, they aren't. Like, I've seen him with his kids. His kids are not scared of him. Like, no. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. It's just Savage told DCFS that the cut underneath EJT's lip was a rash. Dr. Penman said the rash on EJT's chin was too linear to be a rash. He said it was an abrasion. Savage told DCFS that EJT only had one bruise on the right side of her face. Dr. Penman said that right eye actually had a bruise above and below it. Savage told DCFS that EJT received the cut on her lip by falling from an ottoman onto a jewelry box. Dr. Penman said the bruise on her hip could not have happened from falling off an ottoman, adding that she would have had to fall a long ways to get a bruise of that size. This was also inconsistent with EJT's account of falling on a sidewalk. And that poor girl, like, that poor child feels like she needs to lie. And, like, I cannot imagine what that child will have to live with for the rest of her life. Like, it's hard to wrap your mind around that absolute, like, savagery, no pun intended. Like, I just can't do it. Like, it's so sad. And it makes you very sad and very angry at the same time. It's hard to, like, if you know, you know. And I think before she was born, I might have been able to get through this a little easier, even though I know that, like, I get emotional about children. But, like, this is hard. Savage told DCFS a mirror fell on EJT while she was unsupervised. Dr. Penman said it was unlikely that a flat surface would cause a bruise above and below the eye. Savage told DCFS that the mirror weighed 20 pounds, but later testified that it weighed 60 pounds. Dr. Penman testified that the allegation this mirror caused the injuries was inconsistent with what he observed. And I really hope that, like, he has full custody of her now. I really hope. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Was the Boswell case was at the treadmill, right? Like, that Christopher, like, oh. Yeah, I'm talking about this child because she's in a legal filing. I refuse to comment on the HDG situation or anything outside of court documents because of the fact that I don't know and I don't want to speculate. Oh, Boswell is the baby girl. Oh, I also didn't watch the that dad punishing his child on a treadmill. I watched the video of the gym where the kid was literally falling off the treadmill, and he later passed away. That one was hard too. Oh, Boswell was the one that Mo in the Deep End was covering. I dragged my husband out today to get an area rug. Finally, so happy that got done. He puts things off. Oh, I need to get area rugs, and Mr. Squid is like, I just don't. Yeah. The reason that I'm doing Schultz, is because, the reason that I'm talking, or I'm thinking about doing Schultz, if it's in Arizona, so who the heck knows, but, like, it's a fear of mine. I live in a hot climate. I mean, it gets very hot inside the car very, very quickly. It is my greatest fear in life, and something I've had nightmares about is leaving my child in the car seat going into a store and forgetting she's there. The first time I went to a store by myself and left her with her father, I kept looking in the back seat, like, where's she at? I was like, oh, she's at home with her dad. She's fine. So like my greatest fear in life is doing that. So the hot car case is kind of like, it's curious to me whether it was an accident or intent or negligence. And I kind of want to hear what he has to say, because it could go either way. Like, because that is my greatest fear, is leaving her in a situation that she can't get out of. Yeah. So that's the reason I'm doing Christopher Schultz. But other than that, I tend to stay away from, like, I'm doing this because they've been convicted and I want to see their cult go down. But, you know, do you have the link for that? Because the last time I looked, I couldn't find anything except for back in November. So a lot of these cases from Arizona are hard to follow. Oh, like, oh. Dr. Penman told DCFS that he has been a pediatrician for a long time and none of EJT's injuries were in typical areas that a child gets hurt. And so many injuries at one time is very concerning. And well, also the fact that, like, her mom wasn't, if she gets hurt a lot and she gets hurt very easily, I'd be bringing her in, like all she did was fall down and she's got, like, all she did was fall off the couch and she got this and this and this and this. There's something going on besides just her being a reckless toddler. Like, something is going on. Like, I would be like, why are we bruising so easily? Like, you know, like, I would instantly be taking her to the doctor. So the fact that the mom is not tells me even more that I don't understand when people take their kids to the doctor and the doctors automatically assume abuse. It's like, if I was abusing my child, would I bring her into the doctor constantly to try to see what's wrong with her every time we have a bump or a bruise that just doesn't seem to be healing? Like, you know, it's, I don't have TikTok. I don't use TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I deleted the app on my phone and now it's not even in the Apple App Store anymore. So I don't, I can't even get it back. It's like the fact that this woman is not bringing her child into the doctor is like a huge red flag for me. Like huge. Because if my child got injured from, like, even if my child was being reckless, and why isn't your house child proof, or at least child resistant? It's just, there's just so many things that are just so red flags go off. Only weeks later, EJT returned from Savage with a welt on her forehead, which Savage covered with the largest type of Band-Aid adhesive bandage when she sent EJ to Plaintiff. Dr. Penman's colleague, Dr. Benjamin Greenfield, I know that name. No, that's Dr. Greenfield in New York. Never mind. He's a neurosurgeon. Treated EJT. Dr. Greenfield told Plaintiff that whenever Plaintiff is concerned about abuse, he should contact DCFS and have EJT seen by a physician. In November of 2019, EJT returned from Savage with a goose egg on her forehead and a laceration through it. It makes me scared to even, like, think of how these injuries got there. Like, I can't even, I need to start doing that. I need to, yeah. This hurts my heart. We can talk about that. it's an interesting, like, I can see both sides of it, like why, but it's how it happened. It's how the crime happened. That her boyfriend did it, not her. Like, that's what makes me think it's like, no, this is calculated. Like, you planned this. This is not like I'm in danger. She's I'm in imminent danger and I'm going to eliminate the threat. Like, this was a calculated thing, which is where I have the problem. And the fact that he's in jail for life and she's not. So, Plaintiff immediately took EJT to the emergency room. The ER physician recorded that EJT stated that she was playing on some large rocks and she fell forward and bumped her head. She is unable to tell me what happened. Playing on some large rocks. How much you want to bet she was forced to move rocks from point A to point B like Ruby Franke's kids? In February of 2020, hey, that's when I had my surgery, EJT returned from Savage with a large, dark bruise covering nearly her entire right upper hamstring. Oh. Plaintiff took EJT to the emergency room. The ER physicians contacted the Children's Justice Center, who instructed the hospital to report the injury to DCFS, given its size and location. Medical providers could not determine if EJT has a recollection or is inventing a story about her injuries, saying bruising is not consistent with what EJT is saying, and bruising on EJT's upper buttocks or lower back is not consistent with falling on a sidewalk. Savage never denied that the injuries occurred while under Savage's care. Under Utah Code Section 76-5-109.2 and 76-5-109, Savage has committed aggravated CA against EJT. Savage's physical abuse of EJT continues to the present. Specifically, Savage has returned EJT to Plaintiff after being in Savage's care with dark bruises and cuts on EJT's thighs, wrist, cheek, and temple. At this point, they have not taken her away. Like, they have not, like, gone back for custody. Like, and he has not filed for full custody. Like, please tell me he's filed for full custody. Like, I just... Whoop. Hey, King Bob. No, say hi to everyone. Everything is good. Time to cook some food. Yay! Everything is good. It's always nice when you yes, King Paco. 19 likes and 33 people here. Please hit that like button. Please. I would appreciate that. Let's see what it was telling me. Oh, no, I have 45 likes. So, and 10 new members. That is awesome. That is awesome. Heather, they make these things called fruit pearls. They go in the freezer section, but you let them thaw. That's what my mom got when she had her teeth pulled for her new pension. 5 million numbers. I would love 5 million subscribers. I would love it. Love it, love it, love it. But unfortunately, when people believe stuff that's not true, but you know, when people make stuff up for content, it's just funny. Like, makes you want to get all down on the floor. Done it. Oh, kind of. Like, Lord Chippy. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of was thinking about it. I don't know. I just spent $155 on a hairdryer like a dumbass. So like my ability to my budget just got blown out by a damn hairdryer. Because I needed a new one, and instead of getting like the $60 one, I got the $155. The dry bar. I got a $155 hairdryer. This motherfucker better be worth it. So far, I get a haircut this Saturday, so I'm getting my haircut and my eyebrows done and my hair colored, and I'm like, thank God. Like, thank God. All right, back to the BS. And I've got a hard out of about 10 minutes, so I have to go start cooking dinner. Savage also returned EJT to plaintiff after being in Savage's care with a severe sunburn, which particularly relevant and alarming given Franke and Hildebrandt's torture of victims 1 and 2 involving prolonged and forced sun exposure, resulting in severe sunburns. That'd be funny. I would buy Sarah Boone some commissary to interview her. Yeah, the fruit pearls. They're by like Dole or Del Monte or something like that. They're in the freezer, frozen fruit section. Further, immediately after plaintiff informed the domestic court post-appeal of Savage's egregious domestic conduct, Savage returned to EJT, returned to plaintiff. When you write these hundreds of pages of, we're on page 57. Like, come on, guys. Like, I understand that I believe most of the stuff that is in this just based on the past lawsuits and or criminal charges that we've seen resulting from this type of behavior. But like, I'm going to say it again. I don't care if I agree with you or I don't agree with you. Like, proofread your shit. Proofread your shit. If I will let you know, they might have to, I'm going to have to hustle my butt and find a grift on YouTube for a while. Returned to plaintiff after being in Savage's care with a large bruise on EJT's cheek. Upon returning from being in Savage's care, EJT was acting strangely, including hiding in her room and crying while not providing a credible account to plaintiff regarding why EJT was sad. Plaintiff later discovered that Savage assaulted EJT after Savage's domestic conduct was revealed and blamed EJT for its disclosure. You're blaming an innocent child for a should I do what crap what's his name did at the Republican National Convention where he interviewed a chair? And I'm at a loss for, like, I know who this person is. It's an actor. I just cannot, for some reason, think of my brain today. Like, my brain is just not functioning. My face hurts. That's kind of all I've focused on. I can't remember. Yeah, Clint Eastwood. Thank you. Clint Eastwood. Yeah. And that's kind of what those things are. They're little pearls. Maybe that's it. I got it at Walmart, so that's. It's just. This is just really like, unlike the lawsuit we've been reading over the last week. Like it. That was 2 adults, and. This is just a child, and it's so much more emotional for me when it's a toddler. Like, it's just when it's a child. Like, it's an innocent child who didn't do crap to deserve this. Like, because of this emotional and physical abuse of EJT by Savage for years, EJT adamantly objected to returning to Savage from plaintiff. EJT would cry, scream, and hide in plaintiff's home in order to not return to Savage. EJT would claim that she hates seeing Savage. And that would be something that I would record. Yeah. When EJT was a toddler, she would cry and be so inconsolable that at times Savage either called plaintiff asking him to talk to EJT or return to the drop-off location for him to calm EJT down. At other times, EJT would attempt to hit Savage and scream at Savage at the top of EJT's lungs, demanding that Savage leave. This reaction by EJT is similar to the reactions recorded in Franke's journal of victims 1 and 2 and correlate to the Enterprise's instructions to its followers to physically and emotionally abuse children. This is the other problem with the fact that she wrote all that crap down in a journal. That wasn't a journal that was like a how-to to abuse, like a how-to manual of how to abuse your children. That's what that was. Let's be honest here. But like, it's a step by step that apparently other people are using. Plaintiff did not understand at the time the injuries occurred that physical abuse and torture of children are encouraged by Hildebrandt and the Enterprise, including Savage, and are just two of many ways that Savage conducts the affairs of the Enterprise. Plaintiff was unaware of the illegitimate, fraudulent, and harmful nature of the Enterprise until the arrest and subsequent sentencing of Hildebrandt and Franke in August of 2023 and February of 2024, respectively. Savage's intentional abuse of EJT and Plaintiff, detailed in paragraphs 277 through 323, herein constitutes willful, malicious, and intentional behavior, or at the very least, constitutes a knowing and reckless indifference towards and disregard for the rights of EJT and Plaintiff. Savage uses interstate or foreign wires to further the Enterprise's fraudulent scheme. In addition to implementing Hildebrandt's methodology and the Enterprise's objectives into her own life, Savage is a principal recruiter for the Enterprise, and Savage often uses interstate and foreign wires to recruit membership into the Enterprise and further its fraudulent financial scheme through a pattern of racketeering. In addition to using abusive tactics to coerce Plaintiff to join the Enterprise from at least May of 2016 through July of 2016, Savage used interstate wires to recruit Jessica Blanche, Plaintiff's brother's ex-wife, into the Enterprise. During this time, Savage lived in Utah and Blanche lived in Idaho, during which Savage used interstate wires to call Blanche over the telephone at least 20 times to recruit her to the Enterprise. Savage told Plaintiff that she was provided by God to save Blanche and Plaintiff's brother's marriage. This is the cult. Like, when you hide behind religion to act like an asshole, and I'm convinced things like this are why people hate overly religious people and people that, like, not flaunt their religion. That's not the right way of saying it, but that people that overly preach their religion. I have a feeling people like this are why everybody hates those kind of people. This is just hard. Blanche joined the Enterprise and defended Hildebrandt publicly. Blanche posted the following on an online review site. The principles Jodi taught helped me through a really difficult situation. If applied, I just have to return a text real quick. If applied, they can bless your life too. Jodi is an emotional personal trainer. To some, she can come off as intense, but truth is what she is teaching works, and she is passionate about the truth. Go in knowing you are going to emotionally work, but also know if you do your part, you can find as much peace and joy in your life. Peace by punishing your children for nothing. Like, that's peaceful. That's just cringy. This is just... Savage instructed Blanche that Plaintiff's brother was in distortion and that Blanche resultantly needed to inflict pain on him. After Blanche became a member of the Enterprise, and in direct implementation of Hildebrandt's methodology, Blanche repeatedly physically beat Plaintiff's brother. On one occasion, Blanche ripped off Plaintiff's brother's shirt and attempted to attack him with a knife. Blanche had severely bruised, bitten, and scratched plaintiff's brother all over his body. She was charged with domestic battery. No charges were brought against plaintiff's brother. Oh my God. Ugh. Savage encouraged Blanche before and after the attack that Blanche was justified in criminally assaulting plaintiff's brother because he was in distortion and that pain will bring him to truth. Savage's instruction encouragement of this assault is criminal under Utah Code sections 76-4-202 and 76-4 or 76-2-202. See also Idaho statutes 18-107, 18-1701, 18-918. In a clear demonstration of the enterprise's manipulation and gaslighting techniques. Gaslighting is the worst part. Like lying to people's faces and then acting like you're the harbinger of truth that's the worst part to me. Of all of this, that is the worst part. Savage later contacted plaintiff to explain that plaintiff's brother was in fact at fault for his own assault because plaintiff's brother was in distortion and needed pain to bring him to truth. Accordingly, Blanche's review of Hildebrandt identified in paragraph 329 an instance in which she furthered the financial interest of the enterprise by attempting to solicit further business for the enterprise as fraudulent. Savage later attempted to recruit another romantic interest of plaintiff's brother via interstate wires and thus furthered the objectives of the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering. Around February 2017, Savage sent a message over interstate wires to the woman plaintiff's brother was romantically involved with. Savage was in Utah, the woman was in Idaho. Savage criminally stalked this woman. Stalking, yeah, that's another thing I have a huge problem with. Stalking. If you don't like somebody or you're stay away from them. It's not hard. If someone tells you to leave them alone, leave them alone. It's not hard. Bruce, take note. I mean, you are a lawyer. This woman and plaintiff's brother over the interstate wires, they were to learn they were dating. It's Utah Code 76-5-106.5. Specifically, Savage monitored and surveilled the personal affairs of plaintiff's brother and this romantic partner through regularly monitored their activities, dating life, social media posts, and progression of their private relationships, including ascertaining that they were a romantic couple, which resulted in plaintiff's brother and his romantic partner fearing for their safety after determining that an individual unknown to this romantic partner constantly monitored their personal affairs as described above. At least that new love interest of his brother, at least she was this shit's crazy, and she didn't fall for it. Without ever meeting this romantic partner, Savage then sent her a Facebook message telling her multiple times God has told Savage that plaintiff's brother would unalive this woman and that God would tell this woman the same thing if she listened. Oh my. All right. On that note, I got to get going. We are on page 61 of this shit show. Just when I think crap can't get any crazier, here we are. It seems like all the cases I'm covering lately, it's are just off the wall, batshit crazy with some allegations and behavior. And oh my God, this one makes me cringe for a completely different reason than the Jeremy Hales or the Justin Baldoni. This is just cringy on a Lord Chippy. Where are you? I need you. You have work to do. Yes, this is a sick case. This is just sick. Oh my God. All right. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. To my friends across the pond, y'all have a great night. I gotta go start cooking dinner. The little one is still asleep. At least she took a nap today. But she ran around and raise your left hand because your shoes are already covered in it and you may as well save the watch. I'm a lefty. Oh, all right. Y'all have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I will be streaming tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we are going to cover something. I'm really not sure what it is yet because I have so many there's a what the hills. Tomorrow afternoon is when I'm going to do the night court. We might have to do like a speed run. We change the name because it's not going to be at night, because with her waking up at 3:00 in the morning when her dad wakes up for work now, like I'm getting up at 3 a.m. too. So my butt is not going to be able to stay up late anymore because we's exhausted. So tired. All right. Yeah, but we will see what happens in that shit show of a case tomorrow too. So if anything gets listed tonight, we will talk about it in the morning. If not, I will monitor stuff all tomorrow, and we will talk about it when it pops off. Because we all know that there's a reason that I don't talk about that case anymore. And it's HATH. Get it right. Say Rule 26 one more time. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. All right. Y'all have a great day. I will see you in the morning. Hopefully no mama injuries happen overnight. And my face. Unhung Hero is dealing with some personal stuff right now. He is around. He just has family stuff. So everybody keep his family in your thoughts. Everybody's healthy, but it's kind of an emotional time. So he's here, and work is crazy from what I understand. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you in the morning. Bye, guys.